Oh yeah! I love the soundtrack on this thing. Welcome back to News Tower, everyone. Let's go ahead and check out what the mayor wants. This is what New York needs. Lights, tuxedos, and a booming business. You see those cameras? They aren't just flashes. That's hope. Excitement. You've got good timing, Mayor. Running this city of yours must be like opening night. I can't do that. That hurts my throat. Every day. You're not wrong. The lights go up, the curtain rises. If you're not ready, the whole thing falls apart. Except in your show, there's no rehearsal. And the critics have bigger headlines. I'm trying to do a voice there, it isn't working. But the trick is to know your audience. Give them something to talk about. Drama, sure, but act honestly. They'll know if you're faking it. Exactly. And you can't sing about dreams and ignore the drafts in the wings. We're keeping the American dream alive. That's why I'm showing my face tonight. People need more than speeches. This theater, your show, the press out there, it's all part of the performance. And part of the truth. We can't pretend there aren't shadows in the wings. But if we stand here, dressed like this, smiling like we mean it, we remind them this city's still in Act 1. So basically, he wants me to, print famous things, print inspiring things, and I risk a lawsuit if I don't, I guess. So there's that. So fame, which is entertainment and politics, and inspiring entertainment and society. So clearly, we're trying to orient ourselves towards an entertainment audience today. I was gonna go to Astoria, but that's probably not where I want to go given the criteria that the mayor wants. This one's educational. Inspiring is here. There's also entertainment and unveiling. So that could be a thing. I do want high sales, but I also need to cater the audience to the request a little bit here. So choosing a location that is better for that might be better here. I'm just looking around at the different options to see what it is. We could also kind of cater towards a certain direction and where we want to go. The Harrison Public Library, for example, is going to provide me with a text editing desk, which would be very nice for sloppy work and things to try to counter that. So I'm kind of leaning towards maybe going that way. Of course, my points right now are being saved up for the extra printing page and also for an extra telegrapher. So I want to go there, but I'm not going to buy anything there in the near future. So we don't want to go there yet. I'm thinking probably our best bet here is going to New Dorp Beach. We get a little bit of entertainment crossover here. And inspiring is one of the mayor's criteria. We also have it in our drawer already. So, that's neat. And all of this, right, this is going to be old news, I guess. But this won't be. So that's good. And we already have some entertainment stories. So we can, this could be a pretty good one. I think we're going to go for that one. And then we'll go ahead and accept the mayor's request. All right. So we're going to New Dorp Beach today. So Monday, September 1930. We have a couple of goals here. And I'm actually going to pause it to kind of analyze this before we start sending people out. When we first started, we just needed to take people. We just needed anybody that was willing to work really quick. We needed to go. But I don't want to invest too heavily in the reporters that we have because they're generally not that great. They don't have any traits. A lot of them don't have any traits. I'd like to upgrade our reporting staff. Instead of going cheap, I want to start moving towards high quality. So every day, every week, I guess, we're going to take a look at the hiring board for our reporters to see if there are any other reporters that are more fitting and can replace the current staff before we get too invested in them. So this guy here, for example, is lucky. Great chance of avoiding any risks on news. I think that's a fantastic trait. Certainly going to be better off than cheap, although he does cost twice as much. But bad stuff also costs us much. Like lawsuits, for example, are going to cost us. Or having injuries and being taken out, right? Having the mobsters come and scare my staff. All that stuff is bad stuff that we want to avoid that stuff. We can send him into more risky situations because he's lucky. So I like that. So he's got crime, society, and sports. It's not the best of mixtures, but what I can go do is just kind of take a look at who my editing staff is, what their special traits are here. This one's entertainment, and just kind of feel out which reporter should be replaced.
like this one here is not that great. They have no special traits really, right? So if I click her, right, Rosalie, we've been using her for a bit. She's nocturnal, not affected by darkness, but she's sitting right under a light. So like it doesn't really matter, right? So cheap right here. This is crime, entertainment, sports, etc. So I'm going to be going through my staff periodically, and I'll update you guys as I do it. This is going to be like a lot of sort of meticulous clicking, and it's not really all that entertaining, right? But, you know, when I look at somebody, I'm going to try to get them in and replace them. And then I have to move all the stuff around and stuff too. So there's a lot of juggling that goes into that. But I definitely want to hire this guy, and I'm going to have to hire him by replacing someone else, probably. At the moment, I could just add another desk. And I think for now, I'm going to do that because I like this guy, and I want to get going on this week, but I need more reporters anyway, I think, here. But how many stories are here? 14. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, we're going to have another one. 14 of these things. Crazy. Let's get another reporter in here. And I am going to put him in here because I do want him on the staff. But I need to figure out, you know, who I can replace along the way as well. So let me just take a quick moment and see if there's anyone I can actually swap out. And then I'll fill you in on, you know, who I've swapped out and why, and all these types of things too. I can refresh this list 3 times. And in general, I think these guys aren't really all that great. So I'm going to refresh this list the first time here. And unfortunately, didn't get anyone with any decent traits here. So I have to refresh it again. So we have this person here. Cool Cat. Counters heat. Now, I'm not sure of the benefits of that, to be honest, because I have my reporting staff kind of positioned really far away from the heat. Maybe this means I could make them work way up here by themselves near the printing press, but like it's not really that big of a deal. It's a gold trait, which makes me feel like it's a really good one to have, but This is an interesting one too. It's a bronze trait, but it says a 25% chance of adding a forecast tag to horoscopes, which we're not really into yet, and 25% chance of unlocking the next story file within news. That's interesting. 1 out of 4 times she's going to unlock the next story file. I mean, that's pretty good. I feel like I want to put her on the team too. So I might be taking a look at that. So let me just do that, and just know I'm probably not going to show you necessarily, but like I'll try my best to like update you on every single one I replace. But just know that actively every single week, if there's a cut in the video and something, it's probably me just going through this list, seeing if there's anyone I can juggle around. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so first replacement is Mabel. I brought her in. That's the horoscope one that we just looked at. She has entertainment, politics, and society. I replaced the one I can't seem to click on, which is right here. Apparently I can't click on her. She had the same focuses, all level 0, level 1, whatever. Level 0, no chevrons. She had all the same focuses, except she had crime instead of politics. Remember, I have a lot of crime reporters, but I'm a little bit lacking in politics. So I was able to replace with her anyway. And then, of course, we have better traits on this person, which is better too. Okay, so the next replacement is I took away one of my assemblers and replaced them at the moment with Doris. Doris has that deadline-driven trait, so she'll work extra fast on Saturdays and Sundays, and that's great for hitting those deadlines. So I want them on the assembler table to really start pushing those forward faster on Saturdays and Sundays. So I'm looking for that trait too. I know it's a bronze trait, but we have that. Then we have our repair person. Now, our repair person is not great at their job. They walk a little bit faster, but they're also very bothered. Just sloppy, concentration's bad. They're not doing very well anyway. We're going to replace this person who takes 62 a day, or 62 an hour. I think it's a day. We're going to replace this person too. And in the utility tab, I actually have Joanna Friedman that's rolled too. They aren't tolerant. They're not bothered by anything. Literally anything. And also they already start with a higher repair stat. So bring them in a little bit here, and now they won't be bothered by literally anything. So their mental health should be just great all the time. They'll walk a little bit, slower, I guess. But it means they can get into the really hot rooms, for example, and fix things and not be bothered by it all the time. So I like that. So we fired 3 people today, replaced them immediately. I'd like to replace even more and hire, even better people. But I can technically only invest $300 every day in finding that. I do like the athletic ones in here. Production tab has this guy too, Highlander. The higher the workplace, the faster the work. So 3% work speed increase per floor, capped at 50%. So I'm thinking about putting him in here too, as either a typesetter or as an assembler. But the typesetting and assembling, that's happening on lower floors, especially the typesetter. I want the typesetters on the lowest possible floor because it means the reporters can get their story to them as fast as possible. And then on top of that, the transition of carrying their story to the assemblers is also more efficient if they're close by. So I like his trait. I think it's cool, but I'm not putting these positions on high floors. So really it's just telegrapher. And like he could get better at that too. And I'm putting them higher and higher and higher as we go too. Telegraphers are going to keep moving up and up and up. So I think I'm going to put him on a telegraph position. Scott Mason has quick study. I like that one, so never mind. We've got this guy's cheap. So maybe we replace Vladimir Candy, see if anybody else has it. Quick study, like that. They're all going to get better at their job faster. And this guy's also just cheap. Boris is cheap. His salary is 34, and you are cheap, and your salary is 47. So I'm going to take Vladimir Candy out of here, I suppose. And we'll pop in Bennett Chan, who is going to get 3% work speed increase per floor. I think maybe he starts at a baseline in the bottom, so he'll be 6% faster now. I'm not entirely sure how to read that. It could be just 3% straight up, but I think it's probably a baseline there. Anyway, we're going to put him there. And so as he works that job, he should get faster on that, right? So we'll see how that goes. Boris also just leveled up. I was going to fire him because he didn't have any skill, but he just leveled up. So there it is. So yeah, that's neat. Okay. So it's not his best job, but it's something he can do, and I like that. Let's take a look and see what kind of stories we're finding around the world. Okay, we can only choose one path on this side, and we do want the inspiring story, so I guess that's probably what we'll do. We'll go ahead and put our new Mabel cats to work on that story. Yep, there we go. And this one here, we still have that on the list, so we'll go ahead and grab that too. Over here, we have a crime story. Now, remember, we're looking for inspiring. I'm looking for famous. I have to print the fame story. So we're looking for basically entertainment and politics. We're going to focus on those two things so that we can get that, hopefully. And then over here, the tragic story, we'll probably end up finding that. But as soon as we find the fame story, we can shift to going economy and society. And maybe some crime. Although there are no more crime stories. So I flat out need this crime story to have tragic, or I'm kind of screwed. Right? So it does have it. We must get this story. So we're going to send... We don't have anything risky, so I'm going to hold off on sending you. Although getting you more experience is still great. I'm going to put you in there. Okay. Seems fine. We have... we have tragic here as well. I guess it can be part of society, yeah. All right, and we need both of these. So this is a good story. And it progresses the next one. There was somebody here who had a chance to unlock the next one, but I guess they're not somebody that has that skill yet. So we'll put Lois here, Gary here. All right, and then on this side, yeah, we're just going to wait for Mabel. And then we're going to choose one, and I think we're going to go inspiring, right? That makes sense, because that way we can combo it with the other ones that are inspiring too. So really, we're just looking now for economy and society. So we can shift this search to economy and society now because we have everything else covered. And there's still 11 more stories to go. Wild. I have 2175 money, and I've got a bunch of paper on the ground, so let's just bring that up. Even though our resupply person is going to make their way down. Yeah, I might think the resupply desk being lower is better too, because they can get out here and do things faster. But most of the resupply person's job is going to be, presumably, taking it from this, and so I can just drag them up and do that. And if I'm not paying attention, then yeah, they got a long walk to go and bring that up. But we'll eventually have more than one resupply person as well. It's just not something we have just yet. Okay, let's take a look really quick here. So we're looking to get you. There we go. And then both of your hands are full. Okay, let's just wait a second. There we go. And let's put you on the inspiring piece. Okay. Crime piece is open. We'll put Walter again. I'm going to get you some more experience going there. We got both of these, and Gary can take that educational story. And there we go. We have everything we need. So we really don't require anything else. So now it's about combos. What do we want to combo with for our paper? We have a lot of pages now, right? We have 3 pages. So we clearly have a lot of entertainment pieces, but we really only need 3, fill 1 page. And we have 4. So, you know, whatever. Society pieces might be a good thing to do. Comboing also with the educational one we have down here. Hopeful can be economy and society as well. Let's keep looking for the economy and society stuff. See if we can find that. We also have some crime, but not a lot, because there's only like 1 story this week for that. So there it is. This is perfect. This is exactly the kind of stuff we want to do here. And she has that chance of unlocking the next story file within news. So that's neat. Maybe she will just take this and then automatically have that. I'm not sure how that works. It says 25% chance. So we put her here. Again, I don't know how to read this, but is it a 1 in 4 chance that we just simply get this? I feel like that shouldn't be a bronze perk, but it should be that should be a silver or gold perk, to be honest, if that's how that works. We will see. Zooming ahead a little bit. She's going to finish that one up. She's going to finish that one up. Yeah, I want to see this. So move that forward, and no, it didn't. I don't think it triggered, at least. I mean, it's available to go and look at, but I don't think it triggered. We'll send you out. Whoops. Whoa, don't do that. Don't do that. We're going to send you out right away. I was going to wait for Gary because he's faster, but it's actually, I think, faster to have you start than it is to wait for Gary. And also, you know, Gary can go off to do something else now, too. Another story here. This one can be for Gary. Just a simple society piece. Hopeful. Unveiling. Okay. We have plenty of hopeful things, too. Maybe we'll have Josephine. Ooh. You can't. You're an entertainment person. Okay. Let's see if we have... See how we do this. Do we have 3 hopefuls already? There's 1 here. 1 here. Both of them are in society, not economy. We have an entertainment unveiling here. And so if I'm looking at this, whoops, it's this one. So it has the hopeful tag, but it doesn't really fit because of it being tagged with economy. So it doesn't really fit that, to where I think the entertainment and unveiling fits each other better because we have this tag already. And these ones are inspiring. We could have 2 pages of entertainment. Yeah, I think we could. I think we can have 2 pages of entertainment this week. That's what the mayor wanted. So we'll go that way instead. Let's have Josephine grab that. And then we'll just have Mabel. Nope, not you. It's going to be Walter. Hang on. We got a new story before we send Walter. Okay, so this one involves a bribe. Society tragic. We don't need to bribe, and we really don't need the extra society story. I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. It's going to cost me some money, and I don't need it. So we'll send Mabel on this one. Lawsuit cost us $100. Thankfully, it's not that expensive. If we had a lawyer, we could fight against it. But the lawyer is going to cost me more than $100, right? They're going to take a daily rate. And if I'm not being sued, then I'm just paying them for nothing. So I don't really care for the lawyer, to be honest. Maybe later on the lawsuits get really expensive. But for now, I'm just going to eat the paper. It's fine. Just going to eat the money, eat the charge. Okay, so again, adventurous society. Let's take a quick look. We have 6 more stories to find, and it is about midweek. So society adventurous. I really don't think we need another society piece. 1, 2. I mean, I guess we could use another society piece that has better tags, because these ones here, yeah, like they're pretty simple. This one's old news. I really don't even need I'm not going to need to use the old news. We're just going to let this expire. So society, was this one society and adventure? I feel like I just don't need that story. We're going to back out of that one. And why don't we look for one more entertainment piece? Because there is another entertainment piece out there. Because we could use that. Yeah, here's another famous one. Perfect. The mayor wanted us to print fame, so we really need that, actually. Oh, that's actually very important. Shoot. All right. I wasn't paying attention to the mayor's request. I was only paying attention to these, and that might end up costing me. See if I can get Josephine on that. Again, she has that 25% chance to unlock the next one, right? So I feel like that's, I don't know how that works. I'm gonna take a chance on that, but we definitely want to prioritize these as they come out, because that's now like the most important story for us to print when it gets there. So I think we're gonna hold off on these and just kind of let them go. Some of these other stories we'll probably get for the following week. Like this one's good. This is another chance to get fame, though. I should take this just in case, because we can technically get this faster than the other story. So let's get this one instead, and that'll give us that. We want to prioritize that too. That's a second way of getting fame, so let's do that. Economics unveiling. Okay, not bad. We'll send Nocturnal. I really want to send people that I'm going to have longer term. These guys are eventually going to be replaced because they don't have any traits, but we'll do it as best as we'll send them because we have them. And then here's a sports piece with some triumphant news. We'll send the lucky guy out that way. Okay, there's only one more story left to find, and we'll go ahead and get fame here too. Yeah, there's fame here as well, and inspiring. Let's go ahead and have that prioritized. I know if you have everything prioritized, then nothing is, but I feel like if I have all my assemblers really focusing on all the fame pieces, hopefully one of them will finish, right? But there we go. We only have one story left on the map, and it's really not that relevant. It's a sports piece. We can get it for the following, time period and everything. It's fine. Following week or whatever. So not a big deal. And Josephine's going to finish that one in 5 hours. There we go. We have one last one here. This one risks outrage. I really don't care about that at the moment. All of my reporters are in, so this gets us something, and if we get protesters outside, it's not going to make a significant difference for me. So before we go and research that, because we can do that at the very end, like right at the end of Saturday, so that the protesters leave starting next week, that's fine. All the protesters will do is prevent people from entering the building. So if everyone's already in the building, it does nothing for me, or does nothing to me. So first thing I want to do is grab more paper, which I can do myself. I also need additional food stocks. So unfortunately, we're going to add a little bit more on that too, just a small order of that. And again, I can drag those in myself, so I kind of don't care. There we go. And since we can start that protester clock right now, I guess. Pretty much everybody's inside. So why don't we go ahead and have Walter do this one? Now he's lucky, right? Great chance of avoiding risks on news. So that's why we're putting him on that. I like how there's a little clover there. He's lucky. Does that mean that if it hits the center one, it doesn't do anything? Because it looked like that clover was in the middle section. So if it hits the middle, does his luck kick in and nullify it? Maybe. There's no protest anyway, so he's just going to do it. All right, we want to drag this up here. We need a lot more paper in the machine. There we go. Put that on the shelf too, so they can use it for bathroom stuff and all that. There you go. Put it in the printer right there and stick it there. Okay, good. So we have what, 550 paper now in there, and then we want to have a little bit more of the food stocks and stuff too. Looks like this one is getting pretty low. 31, 36, not bad. Let's just kind of go ahead and do that right there. Okay, so now are we gonna get it done in time? So this one's got 2 days. It's not going to finish. That's fine. That's a sports piece. What we really want are stuff like this. And 18 hours is within the deadline. That prioritization is going to work. Plus, we have 2 assemblers now that have that faster on Saturdays and Sundays, so they're working. But this is going to finish. Fame. So we have everything, I think. Believe we have everything. Let's collapse it all. So I'm looking at anything that's not here. Tragic. Tragic is green already. Yep. And we have inspiring pieces. We have unveiling stories, and educational is green as well down here. Yep. Okay, we're good. So let's go ahead and print. The educational piece seems like the best one to put here. It's a 3 times bonus. Plus we get the quality stars. This gives us 1,000 sales per star, and there's 2 stars here. Skilled reporters add these to their reports. So better reporters getting more sales for their articles. That makes sense. So here we have society. And this one here works perfectly for that because we get the bonus on the silver tag. And then we also want to combo that with another society article, if we can. Society article that has... I think technically using this one is better because it has hopeful, but yeah, because the hopeful will collaborate with this one. So I think this is technically better. Even though it's old news, it's better than using a society piece that has no additional tags. So we'll do that. And then on page 2, we're going to want to get our entertainment with fame, inspiring, probably that one. Another entertainment article, this time with another silver tag. I don't think there's any difference between those two, so we'll put that there. And then another entertainment piece. There's 3 entertainment inspirings right here. It's actually kind of remarkable. We should do this. Wow, I have a lot of entertainment. Yeah, I do. Okay, how about this? We'll go here. And then the second here, we'll go entertainment inspiring, entertainment inspiring, entertainment inspiring. It'll just... That's everything the mayor wanted. Done. And everything I need to get all my subscribers. We're just heavy entertainment today. And then we end up with some old news silver tags, which I don't think are great. I'm wondering if this is better. Nope, that'll drop sales. Is putting that here better? That technically gets us more sales. Even though it doesn't combo, it's because of that fame tag. It gets us more sales. And then next week, we got a lot of old news, unfortunately. But we will have this one. That's going to be fresh. Just got to make sure that we're good on all the check marks. Seems good. Fit all the criteria. We're ready to rock. We have enough paper. No extra fees on that. Go. And then we're really going to have to start hitting the debt. Okay? The debt is a big deal, and we want to hit that hard this coming week. So I think, we take most of our profits this week and do that. So we're at 59.05, and then all the expenses will kick in. There we go. A night on the avenue. So much entertainment. You gave the people a glimpse of elegance. They needed it. A fine piece of journalism. Yeah. Okay. Good. I'm glad you approved. We're basically the propaganda machine, aren't we? Again, I want to get better people getting these experience because I don't want to get too invested in reporters that we're not going to keep for a longer term. So we gotta do something about that too. Unlocking a lot of places doing this. Okay, only $3,000 left, but that's a significant chunk of the debt gone. I can take 2K off, still have enough money for paper and things like that. Let's check out and see what the mayor wants.
Chief, what troubles my city?
We had a deadly robbery near 5th, midday. Panic spread faster than the getaway car.
This city doesn't need more fear. It needs a reason to believe. Still believe the system is not broken. What's the full story here? What's something else I need to know before this hits the press?
We've confirmed one of the robbers had help. Inside help. A municipal aide. Not a rookie either. Someone with clearance.
One of mine?
Well, it sure looks like it, sir. Someone has been handing out blueprints and schedules to criminals.
We need to get to the bottom of this. I want names. In the meantime, we'll have to barricade the political floodgates. They'll be coming.
So don't print any politics this week, is what he wants. Well, I don't have any politics stories in the queue, so I could do that. I could stay away from that. That's fine. Yeah, we'll go ahead and accept that. I need the influence. I have 8 influence points, and that's not enough to get what I want, which is the page. I really want the page. If I had another page, look at all the stories I could have printed, right? So I think I'm going to bank them. I know there's lots of other things I could be getting instead, but I think I'm going to bank them and get that extra page later. So we'll go ahead and accept what the mayor wants. We're getting closer and closer to unlocking the chief of police in the Bronx. That'll be great. In the meantime, where are we going? Astoria does not want us to print politics, although triumphant articles could be politics, not just sports. We already have a triumphant article in the basket here, though. So we could just let that be, right? We need to We need to report sports anyway. I like Astoria for this. I think that's great. It's got a good population of people. We could get more subscribers that way. Let's do it. So Monday, October 1930. First thing I'm going to do, because I really want to, is I want to take down the debt by 2. This thing is hammering me hard. I hate that. So let's go ahead and do that. And then also right away, I'm going to go ahead and order, let's say 400 order on paper. All right, so we're gonna hit that debt a little bit. Let's go ahead and take a look at hiring pool. We have Bertha, not bothered by anything. Another production person, not bothered by anything. It's pretty good. Big bladder, toilet more slowly. I mean, that's good. Bathroom breaks kind of stinks. And the telegraphers, right? I really need them to be on their point. Bathroom breaks for the telegraphers aren't great. So this one's a quick study. I love quick study. Very nice. They get skills really fast. We're going to keep you around, Highlander, because the telegraphers are going to keep moving up and up and up. Quick study. Yep, I like it. And then, so you're the only one left without a trait. You're cheap. $47 salary at the moment. I'm replacing you with a $124 salary. No, it's this person. Yeah, big bladder. Interestingly, so this person has, I guess they're already a level. That's why. Okay. We could do that. Let's fire you. And we'll bring in Edward. He's already a level higher. So we'll bring him in and he can start working there. Less bathroom breaks means more work. And telegraphers, super important, especially in the beginning of the week. I don't want you starting your week with a bathroom break. So we'll do that. Let's take a look at the reporters here. We got Breatharian. Lives without nutrition and toilet visits. But you're a reporter. You're going to be out of the building the overwhelming majority of the time. So I'm going to pass. I like Jim Abrams. Lucky. I like Lucky. I feel like Lucky is going to really be coming in handy here. So this is a politics, society, and sports writer. Politics, society, sports. I can put you right next to the other Lucky guy. Politics, society, sports. Politics, entertainment, society, sports. Or sorry, that was entertainment. That was entertainment, politics, society. I'm looking for who has most of the same reporting. Economy is good to have. I might be able to get rid of you, but this is a whole different category now. It's really just about like the balance of things. And I'd love to have another reporter, of course, too, but it's like the balance of things is a little bit off here. Also, he doesn't have any bonuses right now, which I probably should maneuver things around a little bit. I'm trying to wait to spend time on that until I have everybody kind of, finalized of who I'm going to keep here. So Mabel is my forecaster. You're just cheap. So crime, entertainment, sports. I mean, no, it's you. No, it's you. Crime, entertainment, sports. This isn't quite. I really don't want to give up the entertainment articles. Not that I'm going to use them, but I have very few of them. I'm very limited on who does entertainment. Mabel just joined the team, so maybe I can afford to get rid of one. But I only have, I think, 3? Or is it 2? I think there's only 2 entertainment reporters right now. So I'd be like swapping out an entertainment reporter and not replacing one. I'd be down to 1. Yeah, if I hold this poster here, this blue area is the only. Well, hang on now. It's affecting you. Are you an entertainment reporter? Oh, you are. Okay. Well, that's Mabel. Yeah. So if I got rid of you, I would only have Mabel at that point. Right? And I can't afford that. I have to make sure I've got at least 2 reporters for each topic. Okay, I think we're going to get rid of Rosalie Chapman. So she is an economics, politics, sports writer. So I'm going to keep politics. I'm going to keep sports, but I'm adding another society writer, which I don't really need another society writer, but I really want people with meaningful traits that are going to develop. We're going to have to keep an eye out for another economics writer because I believe I'm going down to 1 at this point. You have economics and Pam has it. So we're going down to 2 economics writers at the moment. The new guy, Walter, doesn't have that. He has society too. So I'm kind of giving up. Yeah, I have a lot of society writers, but we're going to do it. So Rosalie Chapman is charging me 84 for what she does. We're going to go ahead and get rid of her and replace it with Jim Abrams, who has the lucky trait. So we'll do that as the replacement this week. If there is a better one, I'd like to know it, though. again, 25% chance of unlocking a story file within news seems good. Another entertainment, politics, sports writer, but maybe I'll re-roll it this time and see what happens. Okay, versatile. Gains 50% experience on unused skills. That's huge. So you're getting 50% more experience while you're doing an entertainment piece. You're also leveling up these at the same. You're just going to be an all-around awesome person. Anthony Farmilo. Farm. Anthony Farmilo. That's how you say it. I can speak. I think I'm going to put you in here. Entertainment, politics, sports, though. Like, I really wish I could see a better readout of all my reporters and what they know. You seem good, honestly. I think we're good here because I have enough society writers right now. Mabel is the one I just replaced, though. I don't want that. I have enough society. You're cheap. So crime, entertainment, sports, and I'd be swapping it to entertainment, sports, and then I'm swapping out crime and putting in politics. I'm okay with that. I just got rid of a political writer before, so I think I'm okay with that. I had enough sports. I had enough crime writers, I thought. Yeah, like there's so many. There's so many crime writers that I have 2 crime boards. So I think we're okay there. I'm going to have to, of course, rearrange things now, but yeah, let's take out Josephine. So this guy's going to charge me 81 as a salary. She's charging me 66. So get rid of Josephine and put Anthony in her place. Okay, let me rearrange their desks so that it makes sense for all the bonuses, and I'll be right back. Okay, actually didn't really need to move their desks around all that much. All I had to do is take the boxing gloves out of storage because I had extra boxing gloves that I had purchased and put them here. And then buy an extra election map and then just sort of move how they were arranged so that it covers everybody. So I didn't really have to move the desks so much as move the stuff on the wall. And everything works out really good. I also added an extra world map here and gave this person a globe because I had forgotten to do that. So we're good there. We have all the bonuses necessary. So a new guy, Walter, right? He's all the way up to there now. Great bonuses here. We have Mabel, who's got some pretty good bonuses here. Working for society and everything too. So yeah, seems good. So let's get started working on what we need to find. So we're not publishing any politics this week. And everything we need for a story is already in the tray. So we don't have any pressure at all. We can form the stories that we want. And I don't know exactly what we're going to find, but we have a fresh story piece for sports that is already have a silver tag. So, and Triumphant could be there too. So I'm thinking we prioritize finding the sports articles first because we can definitely do something good there. And then everything else, we'll just sort of let that fall into place and let it find itself. So here's a sports article. This one risks mobsters, but it's good for statistics. We can put the lucky people on that, right? So risks avoiding any risks on news, right? So let's see what happens here. We have the Shamrock right there, but look, lucky us. Yeah, got away. Cool. So he'll do that. Okay. We have an economy piece here. I'm not sure we need it. It's just a simple economy article. We do have some old news economics, but honestly, I don't think we should. I'm not going to focus on economics this week. We have 11 more stories to do. So anything that's like a simple tag, you know, doesn't have anything else with it, I'm just going to ignore it. Now, this is cool. This has scandal. I like it. This risks injury in order to get that. So we need to go through a story that potentially injures us to get the key and then move it down here. So again, Jim Abrams, he's lucky. We could see just how lucky he really is. The Shamrock right here. Let me see what happens. No, he's still getting lucky. Okay. That's great. I like it. That's the whole point of him. It's the reason I have him on the team. You can go ahead and do this article. Okay. Next. Okay. Another sports piece. Triumphant sports pieces. Very cool. Let's go ahead and get Anthony on that one. That's great. Anthony, right, is the new reporter that right here. He's versatile. So while he's doing this sports piece, he's also getting a little bit of extra experience in the others as well. So we should see Anthony probably leveling up, you know, faster than everybody else, I would assume. Because he's double dipping. He's kind of cheating. All right. This has enough tags to where I'm interested in it. You know, it's an economy piece, but it's got enough tags. It's going to have 3 tags when it's done. So we'll go ahead and put Lois in there, and Pam can do that one. So when you have, when you kind of have everything in the tray already, you can kind of get whatever you want, right? Chance of unlocking more things. We can just throw her in here. It's okay. She's the only one that's back, right? Yeah. I have five writers that can do society. So dropping society in place of something else where I'm weaker, I'm thinking economy probably, is something I'll be looking at doing in the future as well. As it makes sense anyway. All right. Investigative tag, Good Hope, society is here. We'll put Gary Roberts on that. All right. Next. There are no more sports pieces. Oh, now we have to remember. Hold on. We have to remember we can't post politics this week. All right. That's known, right? We can't post politics this week. So if I'm looking at this one had no politics, but one of the other stories did. Remember? One of the other stories did. This one. It has politics. So what we can do is we can simply drop that story. We can drop this part of it. Cancel that item. And when we do that, it ends up being an economy piece. We're not focusing on politics at all. And it ends up being processed faster too. So we can go through our stories, and anything that's talking about politics, we just remove that from the story. So before you're like, oh, you don't need to do that. Like, really, I didn't need to send them on that story. Correct. I didn't need to send them. But if now that I've sent them, I didn't invalidate the story, I can always edit it later. Let's put you in there too. Cool. A little entertainment piece there too. There's a crime story. And this one, again, risking a police fine. We got our lucky person here. I think I'd rather do this one because of that investigative tag, even though we're risking a fine. Let's see how lucky Walter is. Good day, officer. Okay, so it's that middle section does still yield a fine. He's just more likely to get less of a fine. That's no big deal. That silver tag is going to pay us. I think will end up paying us more than the $150 fine. That said, though, we are really in need of money. Really in need of money. My debt is now down to 5K, though. So that'll help a little bit. Loan interest is going to end up being $750. Yeah. We're going to need a lot of sales to counteract that. Let's put Lois in there. We might need somebody else that's lucky here, so we'll wait. And then it's only Wednesday. I like it. Another gruesome story. Gary, we'll put Pam on that one. This is a politics story. We can get the other elements of this. We just have to move. We're going to put Mabel on this in hopes that she may... Oh my gosh, she did. So that's how that works. That's cool. 25% chance. Now, I got to wonder, okay? Oh, now the employee is locked. I can't remove her. Okay. I was going to say, I got to wonder if I place her on this and she doesn't unlock it, can I take her off of it and then put her back on it and just do this until it unlocks? I imagine I probably can't do that, but that's huge because Anthony can come in here and grab this. Now, this is somebody that you need a political reporter for this, but it doesn't have the politics tag. So we're going to end up just ignoring this, but I can't remove her. So that's interesting. Once she unlocks this, she can't be removed. Okay. I knew there had to be some kind of balance to it, right? Let's pop you in here, and we're good to go. Another crime story. Got a lot of crime reporting today. We'll go ahead and grab that. It's fine. Just have to be specific on what we're really focusing on. Yeah, I mean, we have more gruesome. We can do both, right? I think we can do both. Well, you have stuff in your hands. You're gonna be there soon. We'll put Pam on that one, and then when Mabel gets back, she can... There we go. Put her on that one. All right, let's check out our stories here. We want to just make sure that we're not wasting any time on politics tags. So right here, this is the politics one. Yep, we want to remove that. We're not going to waste any time on that one. The typesetters, don't even bother with it. And that's it for now. Yeah, good. Now we unlock the next stage of this. Lois can go ahead and grab that. Let's go ahead and prioritize that because we really want to get this story done. Another society piece seems good. Gary will take that one. Only one story left this week. We're going to find them all. That's cool. That's it. We found all the stories of the week. And it's entertainment unveiling. Cool. So all the reporters have been sent. I believe all the waves, all the different trees for the stories are already done. Right? Yep. There's nothing else left to go to. Correct. Okay. So I don't need the map open anymore. So these are the stories we're going to end up having. Lots of things working on. The slowest one has 2 days left. And we have more than 2 days. So we have our pickings of basically every story for the week. Now, this one's done sloppily. Unfortunately, that one's going to end up being sloppy. We don't have to use it. We have enough to, fill the paper anyway. But it's unfortunate that happened. I think that happens just like when your staff aren't at 100%, right? Like there's things about their concentration that's off and stuff. So it's possible that these guys just have a bit of a concentration issue. I mean, they're just standing there reading papers. Yeah, this guy right here. Yeah, chance of sloppy production, right? It looks like a bathroom break is his problem. Clarence. Let's take a look at Clarence. No special skills of any kind. Well, not bothered by anything. How about a big bladder? That pretty much counteracts the entirety of this problem, doesn't it? He is also really far away from the bathrooms. So we could replace you with someone that doesn't have to go to the bathroom very often and will basically charge me the same rate. I like it. Goodbye. Now there's less chance of sloppy work. You produce something sloppy, you get yourself on the radar. Now I'm going to have to take a closer look at you. See how that works? Not being bothered by anything seems good, but they're very expensive, and I don't know if there's really much to be bothered by. Oh, also over here, I'm wondering do we have anything I can put on the wall that helps these guys? It doesn't look like it. No, these are reporting accessories, production accessories. Yeah, I already have the shelf there, but there's nothing I can put on the wall for them, at least not yet. Okay. Well, it is. I mean, we have the shelf here helps these two desks, and then these ones are being helped, and then there's that one. So, yeah. I guess that's just the way it is for now. All right, let's zoom ahead a bit. Roll the presses. Yep, we'll just zoom ahead a little bit. So it looks like we're going to get all of them done. 7 hours left in that one. Yep. So I don't know if we're going to use the sloppy one. Let's go up to our printing, see if we have enough pages. What's in the printer right now? 430. I think I need more. I don't like that I need more. I have enough for an emergency fund, though, but I'd rather not pay that if I can just buy paper. So I'm going to spend it on the delivery. So little money. Stuff it into the printer so I can guarantee I have enough paper. Okay. Let's see. So, probably the best story to do is the one with the gold tag, right? That makes sense. So it's a society adventurous scandal. Boom. 76,500 from just the one story. Love it. Society. Yeah, I think so. This one here has a 2-star though. I don't think this is better, but it's not. It's definitely not. I didn't think so. But if I put it, I'm tempted to not put this here. I know this will combo with society, but it doesn't combo with anything else. And because it's got the tag and those extra sales, it would be better suited to put it on page 2 here. So now I have to figure out how I'm going to sort everything with society. Well, we have some hope. Yep. So this one can go with it. This is economics. This one can go with it. And I think probably... What else? What else can go with this? This one technically does go with it too. But again, it's got that silver tag that I'd like to put on the 2X if I could. And plus there's economics in that. I have other economic stories I can fit with that as well. So we're not printing any politics. We still haven't printed any of these yet, surprisingly. So maybe I get those in there. There's a crime story. There's only one crime story in the entire... Oh, there's this. Okay. Well, it combos with investigative, so let's put it here. Sports. Triumphant. I'm not sure I want that sports article to be on the front page, but it could be back here, I guess. We have the statistics. We could put that here. It doesn't really combo with anything. However, if I put you here too, yeah. This is in review, statistics, investigative. There's nothing like that here anyway, so okay. We need triumphant. I have this sports story for the triumphant piece. I hate to ruin my front page by going triumphant with it, but it's kind of what I'm looking at doing right now. Yeah, I kind of need to. So we'll go sports triumphant there. And I guess we just put anything that would fit. We got a tragic story. It's a tragic crime story that's old. Some gruesome stuff. Yeah, we have a lot of stories. We're gonna have a lot of wasted articles here, unfortunately. It's just the way it is. What about crime? No, I think this is probably the optimal way to do it. So we just put in anything we want now because we've covered everything. So probably another sports triumphant here. It's probably the way to do it, even though it's old news. I don't think there's anything I could do that's better than that. We have a little bit of tragic here, but it doesn't cross with any crime. And there's a couple of unveilings, which aren't even on this page, so never mind. Yeah, gruesome, economics. Yeah, nothing really stands out here, other than we're going to have a lot of old news. Hence why I want more pages. I have the ability to find these stories. Now I need the ability to print them. We're going to get more influence points from the mayor, and then we've covered all of these. So that's going to be where we are. 53.55 is our sales. Working towards getting out of debt. Industrial fire. The scandal. Hope is patience with lamp lit. Yeah. 53.88, and then all of our expenses are going to start ticking. There we go. No politics this week. Now, we're almost to the point where the mafia will just not talk to us, which is fine because I'm not really interacting with them yet. However, I would kind of like to at least meet them before I, am excommunicated. So maybe we should at least get in contact with them to see what they're like before we do that. Wow, you took a lot of money out of me. Down to 28.10. Jeez. Hey, look who finally rolls out of the ivory tower. Thought you'd be top dog forever? Why should I sell your rag, eh? Buddy, there's other ink on the streets. The Empire Observer has gloss, bite, real Wall Street polish. Half lies, half ads, but it sells. And the Jersey Beacon, old school. Talks like your grandpa, but they got sources from Albany to the Atlantic. Make the real deal worth my corner, or I start stacking other names. So we got competition. Let's see how that goes. Well, as soon as we are neighboring a neighborhood, right, of one of our competition, then this guy shows up outside. So let's take a look. The Bronx Zoo. Now, these guys, this is the Hightower people, right? The Empire Observer. Now, how do you take over this district? Well, in order to take over the district, you got to get scoops. That means you're racing them for specific stories that are breaking, and you got to beat them to it. You got to get them before they do. I think I can do that, and that's when they're glowing. So the glowing ones need to be scoops, which means you're competing for those specific stories, not the tag, the specific story. So maybe there's two stories that have statistics in it. One of them is a scoop, and you need to beat them to that one story. So we're going to take a look at that too. But that is for next video. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Come on back. Bye.